Welcome back, guys, and welcome back to other BFR. Today we have Game 36 at the Columbus Blue Jackets in Columbus, I should say, as implied by at. And so no longer will we doing the playoff series. We finished that, so we're going to keep a series out of it for now. We're just going to go back to regular old BFR every following day of a game. And this will just bring more balance, give me some more extra time to work on school stuff. And that way I can just relax for a little bit, and then I can focus on what my next series is going to be. So yeah, January 11th at 6 p.m., Hawks played Columbus in Columbus, and what was supposed to be Seth Jones' return, but due to him being now in protocol with Jake McCabe, and neither of them were able to play, so the Hawks debate without their debatably two top defensemen, or I'd honestly put Murphy there, but McCabe would be third. So Murphy was playing. He was the leader on the defense today, and he definitely made his mark. So so the Hawks win 4-2, and they have a 2-game win streak now, and they play Montreal which could expand it to 3 and try to get back into the hunt, or at least a little bit. They move to 13, 18, and 5. They get outshot 26-20. They get out hit 13-10 in the face-offs. They win 26-17. Chicago goes 0-4 on the power play. Columbus 0-2. Fleury saves 24 out of 26. Korpisalo 16 out of 19. And this game didn't start off the way I did not think the Hawks were honestly going to win this game coming into it. Jakob Galvis made his debut at Chicago. He played in the preseason, played pretty well with some guys out. He was able to make a impact in the lineup. Boqvist is playing at Columbus, first game against Chicago since the Seth Jones trade. Caleb Jones was in, Galvis was in, and we move on into the first, where there were a lot of whistles early for Columbus offside, very slow start, time-wise, as it just felt like the first 5 minutes just took forever to get through. First shot was 8 minutes in for Chicago. A cylinder chance was blocked, Korpisalo flexible on a save on Entwistle. There was a good save on Roslovic, but at 7:09, it's a Columbus goal from Boone Jenner, his 14th of the year, is that his 11th or 14th? That is 11th of the year from Werenski and Nyquist to make it 1-0. And then about I want to say that's about, if I can do the math in my head right, about 24 seconds later, and it took me a while to figure out. I zoned out. School kind of just ends you in a day. So 24 seconds later, it's Alex DeBrincat with his 22nd of the year from Stillman. It was a great slap pass from Stillman. Stillman had a good game as well. Stillman stepped up with Jones and McCabe out. Played really well. And then at 4:28, it's a Columbus penalty, a Sillinger for slashing, which would be killed. But on that power play, it's a Kane to Kurashev stopped, and then a DeBrincat post on the near the end of the period, where at 54.2 there's a Columbus penalty to Laine for high sticking, which would be killed. Jenner nearly had a breakaway shorthanded, but Fleury was able to get to the puck where he was. You move on to the second period, where Werenski had an open net. He couldn't get a stick on it. The Hawks started on the power play that period, and it didn't amount to anything. As I mentioned previously, he was killed. Kane causes a turnover and then nearly had a 2-on-1, but he couldn't get the pass over. Kurashev chance saved. Blue Jackets nearly got an own goal, as then the Blue Jackets had a 2-on-1 that was saved. Entwistle gets hit, and it was a good hit on him. I didn't see who it was, but it was a good hit on him. Then at 14:57, it's a Chicago penalty to DeBrincat for hooking, which should be killed. Carey nearly pulls a surprise goal of the year shorthanded. Then at 10:31, it's a Chicago penalty to Doc for hooking, which would be killed, although Jenner did kind of sell the call. He kind of was grabbing his stick and kind of just making sure he couldn't pull it out, and then he fell down, so it was a good sell on his part. There was a bit of chaos in the Chicago zone with some turnovers, and then the Hawks nearly put the puck on their own net on a deflection. Fleury was able to cover it up. Then at 4:50, it's Calvin DeHaan, his first of the year, from Kurashev and Entwistle, just wide open in the slot, able to get a shot off, and just perfectly placed over Korpisalo's, I want to say that's his right shoulder, yeah. So that makes it 2-1 for Chicago. And then in the third, at 13:24, it's a Chicago goal from Connor Murphy, getting his third of the year from Taze and Kane. Kane was behind the net, pass it out to Taze. Taze with the no-look pass over to Murphy. Murphy one-times it on one knee into the back of the net. Phenomenal play by Taze, Kane, and Murphy. That makes it 3-1. And then Carpenter and Kara nearly connected. They are a pretty good duo together, I will say. They always seem to create chances, even though they're not meant to create offense. They always do. Whether it's getting chances, Kara gets more goals than Carpenter. Carpenter usually assists on the goals. But those two combined are a pretty good duo. 9:04 Columbus penalty to Domi for tripping, which would be killed. Then there was a dangerous hit on Stillman, which then the scrum followed. He would be fine, but it's a Columbus penalty to Bemstrom for cross-checking, which would be killed. That's the resulting penalty. And then at 1:21, Columbus scores shorthanded, and it's Nyquist, Gustav Nyquist, with his 8th of the year. It was unassisted to make it 3-2. And with 1:21 left, and you know the way the Hawks always seem to blow leads in the last minute with an empty net. On the other side, I was worried. That's for sure. I was worried they were going to blow this one. But the Columbus empties the net at 35 seconds, and then at 14.2 seconds, it's a Chicago goal it's an empty netter from Alex DeBrincat, his 23rd of the year, from Stillman to make it 4-2. DeBrincat is racking up goals like it's nobody's business, and the Hawks win 4-2. So yeah, good game overall. Nothing that really has stood out about it. It was a pretty calm, basic game, similar to the Vegas game, just a lot more penalties in this one. But yeah, and a lot more goals as well. But yeah, not much new to change in the standings either. Calgary and Edmonton have fallen all the way down to 5th and 6th in their division. LA and San Jose have taken 3rd and 4th. Vancouver lost their first game in regulation under Boudreau last night to Florida, who is tied with Tampa for the best team in the league right now, but Florida has 2 games in hand, so if they can get convert on those, my prediction of them winning the President's Trophy would be right. And I would love for that to be right, because I want to predict something right this year. Nothing new in the Central. Nashville's won 5 in a row. They've been one of the hottest teams in the league. Pittsburgh 10-1 in their last 11, and Carolina, the Rangers, and Washington just kind of switching up. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And game 37 will be in Chicago. It'll be Andrew Shaw night, and let's see if the Hawks can win 3 in a row. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.